guys, today I finally got the peppers and I did some more lettuce. So this is what we have. So excited, guys. It's that time of the year. So yeah, I'm gonna cover these until they start to come up. Yep. Hey guys, so this week reading vlog is Act Your Age, Eve Brown. So this is the third sister in the Brown family, Talia Hibbert. You guys know last year my favorite romance was Take a Hint, Danny Brown. So I was excited for this. So as soon as this came in my hand this week, I just started it because I couldn't help myself. And I am enjoying it. Now it is a little bit different, I would say, because I liked the dynamic of the sister in this, of how basically she is a little bit different from the other sister. She is younger. She is unsure of herself. Never quite finish anything she starts. She's talented, but she just doesn't have that drive to keep pushing when she starts something. She was event planner, did weddings, and something always went wrong and she just gives up. And so her parents decided to cut off her trust fund money and she needs to go get a job. And she has to hold on a job for at least a year and house herself to prove that she can be responsible. And in the midst of that, she found this bed and breakfast that's somewhat struggling, and this man who needed a cook, and she knows how to cook. She's not really a chef, but she's talented. She can figure it out. And this is just a disgruntled man. He's very, bad attitude. He's not really the most kind person. But she's also that daring person that has that personality that doesn't care, that she can, toe to toe with him with comments. Quite frankly, she takes it. It was kind of like she had nothing to lose, but she really does. But it just works out where they somewhat antagonize each other, but at the same time enjoy each other's company. And this is how you see that goes. I like how, it's giving me I love bed and breakfast for one, and this just gives me a really nice cozy read vibes to the storyline. I do like the chemistry between them. I do find it fun and smiling at times, and sometimes it's funny. But I'm trying to see where it's gonna go, because this is what I would say a slow burn romance, because I am more than halfway, a little over halfway through this book. It reads pretty fast, guys, so I definitely will be done with this. And it's really no romance there. It's just more of them spending time together because they have an event that they have to do, and so I do like romance like this, because then when the things do pop up, it becomes more realistic. So yeah, so I'm enjoying this. And as you can see, this week is all about planting. So I did my peppers and some more lettuce. Also, I started some DIY stuff that I'm trying and testing, and so far I'm enjoying. I bought a crate that I need to paint and use for some storage, as well as my plants, which probably won't be in this vlog because that's going to take like 2 days to paint and to sand down and paint and dry and all that good stuff. But I'm enjoying. So it's this time of the year where I like doing DIY projects, so hopefully I can continue doing that. And there's other things that I want to do, so we're testing it. So I'm watching a lot of DIY channel. and how they do simple things that is just creative, and but it's simple and it works and it's good for decor. So that's what I'm working on. So yeah, so I'm gonna fix me something to eat and do my journal today. Yeah. So I'm going to be doing my rundown and my final thoughts on Act Your Age, Eve Brown. And if you know, previously when I talked about this, one of the things that I love about this author in her romance, because there's a lot of romance out there, a lot of romance story, and oftentimes you don't get the quirky, unusual character and a couple who is not the norm in terms of what you expect in a lot of these common romance. And this, she touched on autism in a way that I looked at it differently, because I have in my life come across an Eve. And with Eve, you don't necessarily understand her thought process at first. For me, a character like this, I'm automatically assuming this person's weird, a tad bit crazy, without realizing that they do have different ways how they process things in their mind. And also this idea of not sticking to something, constantly changing something, and not pursuing a career full-blown, always somewhat retracting from that. And when I was reading this, I appreciate this character even more, and her journey, and how she's discovering herself, and how she's allowing someone else in her space and feeling safe, because that is another issue when you are dealing with certain kind of emotional issue. To have someone in your space is very challenging. This also male character in this, Jacob, has his own flaws as well, and his own issues. And one of the things that I was able to relate to is the abandonment issue. If you guys have followed my blog for years, I wrote an article quite a few years ago about how I approach abandonment issue, and that also contributed to my introvert personality. So reading this, it was just so nostalgic in certain things that was happening, and I understood it and I loved it. So as the romance was growing, because this was a slow burn, because I like that she took a slow approach to the romance, to any smut happening in this, because you get to really see the characters for what they are, how they could possibly connect with all the things that was happening to them. And then as the romance grow, there's that feel-good moment that you have with the storyline, that you love seeing them together. You're rooting for them. You want this happy ending, because you see how they were able to get to that point. I do also like that it dealt with a character who is struggling with what they want and what they want to pursue career-wise. And a lot of people go through that, where they try many different things. Even if they're good at a lot of things, there's just not that one thing that haven't grabbed them that they want to stick to. And when they do get that moment when they realize this is what they want to do, you are really rooting for them, and you're like yes, you know, that moment, because not everybody gets that first glance early life where they knew what they want to do, and they're just like, yeah, this is the career, this is what I'm sticking to. Things happen over time in our life and we change, and I love that in this story. This is a book that I feel like if you are not a romance person, you will appreciate, because of how the storyline was done and all the different things that was discussed in this book. Me, I'm a journal. I love to journal. You guys know that. So I love that Eve you know, she finds ways, you know, to journal, and she talks about journaling in a way that I approach it. And I like that in this story. And so there's just so much in this. I really appreciate this. I'll be honest, it's not my favorite. I'm still, take a hint, Danny Brown was just still my hell yeah. But this is definitely up there and with it, you know, and I really appreciate the storyline. This is just such a great way of telling a love story that is different out the box, but still true to the idea of romance, for different people who have different things in their, you know, personality and different thought process, and how romance can really be, you know, just that whole idea of looking at people, you wonder how they got together because of their personality, and then, you know, this is what it gives you, like, oh, okay, this is how some, you know, a person can, you know, get through that. Love it. Love the family dynamic, of course, with the other sisters and the parents and the grandmom in this. I love that, you know, that comes into play. But overall, guys, this is a good one. Highly recommend it. If you are not a romance person, I recommend you reading the Brown sisters. Of course, start with Get a Life, Glory Brown, and then take a hint, Danny Brown, and then this one, Act Your Age, Eve Brown. So yeah, so I'm gonna leave it at that, guys, and thanks for watching this week's. Yeah, it's been on a romance kick. I do have one more romance to go, and then everything else is literally some thriller and some mystery and stuff like that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.